Right, so some pretty grim news, really, from what I'm hearing on day-to-day conversations. But I wanted to start with this as a little reminder.
Bit more showbiz.
My name is Elton John.
Let's go for your Michael Caine impression. Let's see what it's like.
What?
Just kind of pretend that you're having the vaccine from a nurse.
Oh,
What was that, Elton?
that was me acting.
Okay, let's cut there.
Right, I didn't come across this this advert until today when I was having a quick look around for videos for this video. But it kind of shows you how serious they were about this time period where they're trying to get everybody to take that poke in the arm. Obviously, they rolled out all the celebrities who obviously are complete medical experts and are very trustworthy, not linked to any dodgy islands or anything like that. But anyway, I thought that was quite interesting to show how seriously they were taking it, let alone before you mention that ridiculous... I'll play the clip while I'm talking. So yeah, this is another example of how seriously it was being taken. Considering this is meant to be something where people are dropping dead all the time, and this is how they're behaving to get people to take the procedure that will cure that. The whole thing was a big joke, really, wasn't it? What isn't a joke, though, is what's happening now. Now, within the last 2 to 3 weeks, things seem to have begun. I'll just pause that a second because this guy's relevant. Now, this funeral director, in my opinion, controlled opposition without a doubt. You know, why would they pick on this particular funeral director and give him some sort of air on YouTube or... but the name is very telling. What would be the chance his name is John O'Looney? You know, Looney? Really? You know, like talking about the harm them procedures are going to cause. But I think sometimes, like with David Icke, they'll put people out there who say the truth, but is that crazy that it just links any sensible sort of contradictions or debate towards what the elites are pushing, that it just tarnishes it? You know, for example, the reptilian shapeshifter thing. I'm personally very open-minded to that. Movies like They Live, Anonymous Rex, if you believe that they show us the truth in movies, then, you know, them movies are quite telling, particularly when they talk about 2025 being the time to believe they'll have the world under their control. I mean, I won't get too sucked into a rabbit hole, but I think John O'Looney is probably controlled opposition. He's there to say it as it is, but in reality, to most people, it just sounds too crazy to believe. The most significant thing he said, though, was when he said within 3 to 5, around the 3-year mark, that's when you'll start seeing the impact of them pokes in the arm. Between 3 and 5 years, that's when things will start to heat up. Now, that leads me on to... I'm going to play this scene just for kind of something to look at while I'm talking. But what I'm seeing now within the last 2 to 3 weeks, it seems we're at that point now. So you think the pokes in the arm took place 3 years ago. My age category in my 30s was around June 2021. And that's where the problems began for me. Arguments with work colleagues and family members and friends and stuff like that. You know, calling you a coincidence theorist and all that. Well, here we are 3 years on. Well, yeah, we're roughly 3 years, 3 months on. So 3 weeks ago, a mate of mine, he must only be about 40, if even 40, but he developed an aggressive cancer and passed away, leaving behind, you know, a wife and 2 kids, I think it is. Shortly after that, I'm hearing of somebody else having heart problems while he's doing fitness. Again, early 30s, no underlying health conditions, to the point where he has to go to, you know, to A&E to have it looked at. Like, oh, look at that black guy with a white woman on Paddy Power. What's the chances of that? You don't see that in every advert. But yeah, to get back on topic. And then today, when I was at work, someone come in and told me that someone's had to go home because one of their parents has had a heart attack. And then added to that, there's a funeral upcoming very soon for someone who's passed away in their sleep at age 45, all within the last couple of weeks. You know, again, the ambulances that have been on the road constantly for the last couple of years, maybe that started with the elderly because they took the pokes first. Has to be said, my own personal day-to-day life, I'm yet to see anything. The same way during the events of 2020, I never saw anything happen. in front of my own eyes. I don't know, and I do get a vibe that people who've taken them procedures, they've changed. They seem different. You know, maybe it's in my imagination, but it does seem to be, because we are chemically different. We are. You never know what was in some of them things. I mean, I'm going down like an I Am Legend sort of road here, or Body Snatchers or something like that, because apparently things do grow inside you and cause clots. So God knows what them things are. I don't know. I'm just reporting what I've heard, what I'm seeing, and hopefully it's not linked to it. But again, I thought I'd bring it up because if it is, you know, people need to start talking about this. However, I had a little incident yesterday with somebody, and we're talking about the events going on over in Eastern Europe with the big country, and I was just trying to draw some awareness to what we've done as a country. You know, like encroached on their borders all the time and so on. But then I was reminded that 3 years ago, it's the same person who was calling me a coincidence theorist for not taking the pokes in the arm. And it just seemed like, well, why am I wasting my time? You know, there's three kinds of people in there's those that can see, there's those that can see when they've been shown, and there's those that will never see it all. And obviously those that will never see it all still can't see anything that went wrong with what happened in 2021. You know, so, and put their health in the hands of people like this. And on that note, that'll do. Cheers.